Have you ever experienced a moment of déjà vu so strong it felt like a memory? Or walked into a room and felt a sudden, inexplicable chill, as if the air itself was from another time? We live our lives on a straight line, a constant march from past to present to future. But what if that line isn't as solid as we think? What if, sometimes, it ripples? What if people can, by accident, slip through the cracks? This is the world of time anomalies, not the stuff of science fiction with gleaming machines and mad inventors, but quiet, unsettling moments where reality seems to bend. These are the stories of ordinary people who stepped out of their time and, for a fleeting moment, saw a world that wasn't supposed to be there. Our first stop is the opulent Palace of Versailles in the summer of 1901. Two English academics, Charlotte Moberly and Eleanor Jourdain, were visiting the palace gardens. It was a normal, sunny day, but as they searched for the Petit Trianon, a small chateau on the grounds, a strange feeling of oppression and melancholy washed over them. The world around them seemed to change. The vibrant colors of the garden faded, becoming flat and lifeless like a tapestry. The other tourists vanished. The sounds of the 20th century were replaced by an eerie silence. They saw figures in strange, old-fashioned clothing, gardeners in three-cornered hats, a woman sketching on the grass in an 18th century dress. They even spoke to a man with a pockmarked face and a heavy cloak who urged them along a path. Everything felt wrong, like they were walking through a dream. When they finally found their way back, the vibrant, modern world rushed back in. The sounds, the colors, the people, it was over. Years later, through meticulous research, they became convinced they hadn't just been lost. The figures they saw, the clothes they wore, even the layout of the garden they walked through, matched records of Versailles not from 1901, but from 1789, on the eve of the French Revolution. They believed they had accidentally walked into a memory of the past, a moment in time preserved like an echo in stone. Was it a shared hallucination or a genuine glimpse into history? Now let's travel forward in time to 1954 and to a place of meticulous order, Tokyo's Haneda Airport. A well-dressed Caucasian man presents his passport at customs. The officials look at it, confused. They look at him. The passport looks genuine, with stamps from previous visits to Japan and other countries, but the country of issue is one they have never heard of, Taured. The man is insistent. He points to it on a map, a country located between France and Spain. But on their map, that country is Andorra. He becomes agitated, claiming his country has existed for 1,000 years. He has business with a Japanese company, but the company says they've never heard of him. The hotel he has a reservation with has no record of it. The bank listed on his checkbook doesn't exist. The authorities, baffled, detain him in a nearby hotel room, placing 2 guards outside the door. His room is on a high floor, with no balcony. It's the only way in or out. But the next morning, when they open the door, the room is empty. The man from Taured was gone. His passport and personal documents, which had been locked in the airport security office, had also vanished without a trace. Who was he? A simple con man? Or a traveler who took a wrong turn in the universe? A visitor from a parallel reality whose world was just slightly different from our own? Our final story is perhaps the most tragic and surreal. It's Times Square, New York City, in the middle of June 1950. The streets are bustling with cars and people. Suddenly, a man appears in the middle of the road, looking utterly bewildered. He's dressed in Victorian-era clothing, a frock coat, a top hat, and button-up shoes. He seems frozen in panic and confusion by the sights and sounds of mid-20th century New York. Before anyone can reach him, he is struck by a taxi and killed instantly. At the morgue, the police go through his belongings. They find things that seem to be from another era. A letter dated June 1876, a receipt for the care of a horse and carriage, about $70 in old, pristine banknotes, and business cards with the name Rudolph Fentz. None of these items showed any signs of aging. An NYD captain, intrigued by the case, launched an investigation. He found a Rudolph fence who had disappeared without a trace in 1876. He had gone out for his evening walk and simply never returned. The descriptions matched. The address on the business cards was a business that had existed at that location in the 19th century. It seemed impossible, but the evidence suggested that Rudolph Fence had taken a 74-year step forward in time, from a quiet street in 1876 to the chaotic rush of Times Square in 1950, only to meet his end moments later. Versailles, Tokyo, New York. 3 different places, 3 different times, but one chilling question. Are these mere coincidences, elaborate hoaxes, or are they evidence that time is not the river we imagine, but a vast, strange ocean with currents and tides that can pull an unsuspecting soul from one shore to another? Modern physics speaks of quantum foam, of parallel universes, of the possibility that past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. Perhaps these stories are not glitches in the Matrix, but glimpses of the true, bewildering nature of reality. The next time you feel that strange chill, or that powerful wave of déjà vu, just for a second, ask yourself, what time is it, really?